photograph posted by a Bangladeshi fan has been at the center of a huge controversy on social media just ahead of the Asia Cup final between India and Bangladesh. Now, the image that you're seeing on your screens right now shows Bangladeshi fast bowler Tashkent Ahmed carrying the severed head of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and this image has caused a major outrage among Indian cricket fans. In fact, Indian team director Ravi Shastri shot down the story and said that the sole focus of the team is to prepare for the match and to focus on the final that is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Now let's get in India Today's consulting editor Boria Majumdar on this story. Boria, how would you react to the morphed graphic photograph of pacer Tashkent Ahmed holding Dhoni's chopped head? I mean, you know, fan mania, cricket mania, we have seen at all levels. But do you think that this is, crossing the limits and this is really in bad taste?
Of course it is in bad taste. There is no question. But you don't take these people seriously. I mean, there are, in every situation, there are some fools. There are some people who disgrace the game, who don't deserve to be a cricket fan. I mean, that's sport. These people don't understand the very essence of sport, but you don't take them seriously. I mean, for these people, what they are doing, it will not add anything to sport, nor will it take anything away from sport. Mahendra Singh Dhoni and the Indian cricket team are far, far beyond any of this. Their sole focus will be the Asia Cup final, and I entirely agree with Ravi. I was talking to our correspondent Rashesh Mandhani in Dhaka a while back and taking a report about this story. And he was telling me exactly the kind of interaction with Ravi Shastri in that press conference. So I don't take these pictures seriously because they are in horrible taste. At the same time, such fans should be condemned. And at a certain level, the fact that social media is also not taken so seriously is because of such idiots. Because you don't have any right to disgrace any person. And that's what these people are doing. Even Bangladeshi cricketers will condemn this in the worst possible manner.
Absolutely.
If you're a cricket fan, you respect your opponents. But this is going a bit too far.
This is going a bit too far. Boria, this is not the first time also that we're seeing a picture like this, going viral and, making its presence felt on social media. In fact, we are showing our viewers a similar picture of the Indian cricket team players with their heads half-shaven. What is the obsession with heads?
Yeah, I mean, and last year that was done with Mustafizur Rahman, the one that you're showing on screen, after Bangladesh had beaten India 3-0. I mean, I don't know. Maybe because they know that India is a better team. Maybe this is a vent of frustration. Maybe this is some kind of hyper-jingoistic sensationalism in play. Whatever it is condemnable. Whatever it is stupid. Whatever it is, it doesn't add to sport. And whatever it is actually doing disservice to Bangladesh cricket. Because their very own board, their very own cricketers, and their very own fans who have some sanity left will condemn this in every possible sense. As I said, don't take this seriously. You have to say somebody has lost his mind. That's why he or she is trying to do this.
Let's also get in a quick word from Rashesh Mandhani. Boria, if you could just kindly stay with us. Rashesh, you've been covering all the matches. Bangladesh has hosted Asia Cup thrice, but has never really won the tournament. Would you see this as an act of mere frustration? How are people in Bangladesh reacting to this, this morphed photo of pacer Tashkent Ahmed holding Dhoni's chopped head? Okay, let's get in a quick word from Boria. Boria, you said that this kind of picture would be also condemned by the Bangladeshi team. Now, you would be knowing, all the players on a personal level. How would really, players react to an image like this?
They'll find it disgraceful. I mean, I know Saqib Al Hasan, for example, very, very well. He plays for Kolkata Knight Riders. I know several of the Bangladesh cricketers really, really well. And I can tell you, they're all very sporting. I mean, ultimately, the 22 players who will play on the cricket field have immense respect for each other. And the Bangladeshis have tremendous amount of respect for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So for them to digest this will be as difficult as it is for us. And more because they are Bangladeshis and it comes from a cricket fan. So if anybody condemns this, I'm sure the Bangladeshi cricket fraternity will do that. I have no doubt. That's why I said, don't take it seriously because this is the work of a lunatic.
All right. And on that note, speaking of the match tomorrow, Boria, what are you expecting? Of course, all our money will be placed on Team India. But speaking of the Bangladeshi side, they have also shown a spirited performance during this entire tournament.
They are a very good side. I mean, they have a really good fast bowling attack, even in the absence of Mustafizur Rahman. And since last year, they've come a long, long way in the shorter formats of the game, be it the 50-over format and the 20-20 format. Having said that, the Indian top order, Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. That top order is sublime. I mean, two of them play, the match will be beyond Bangladesh. India start favourites, but Bangladesh definitely the dark horse, not only for the Asia Cup, but also for the World T20. And on home soil, when there'll be a sea of humanity supporting Bangladesh. I've actually seen India lose to Bangladesh in the 100th match of Sachin in 2012, for example, and it's craziness in that stadium in Mirpur. So that home support will help, but I will still say India are favourites.
All right, Boria, thank you so much for joining us. A quick word from Rasesh Mandani, who is joining us now from Dhaka. He's been covering all the matches there. Rasesh, how are everybody in Bangladesh reacting to this photograph that has gone viral and has become the talking point just ahead of that final match tomorrow?
Well, I think the general opinion, from sort of cricket lovers is that it isn't in good taste. But I mean, we find such fans in our part of the world. It isn't just a Bangladesh issue. There have been fans from Pakistan, fans in India who've gone in extremes. Remember, Bangladesh is not a top cricket playing nation at the moment. They're an emerging country. They've created some upsets, and so off and on you'll find some fans who'll take such will resort to such antics. But I think it's something that people have sort of taken in jest. The players aren't too bothered for once. Ravi Shastri representing the Indian team brushed it off, and that's the general opinion. I think at the end of the day, people realize that Bangladesh, for them to come through in this game, will have to play good cricket to beat India.
And how is the general mood and atmosphere there? What is the response that you're getting in from fans, both from the Bangladesh team and the Indian team? Because Bangladesh will be, facing the Indian team who so far have been unbeaten.
Oh, yes, I mean, the country is gearing up. India is unbeaten in the tournament. Bangladesh have only lost a game against India. But, the Bangladesh have surprised themselves in some sense. They were scheduled to play a practice game in the World Cup in India at that time. So that just goes to show that perhaps even the team wasn't expecting to come through in the finals. They play well in one-day cricket, not so much in T20 cricket. But this time around, they surprised their opponent with their teamers doing well. And, the ground's going to be packed to capacity. We've been used to knowing Indian supporters sort of finding their share of numbers, even sort of outsmarting the opposition in supporting numbers. But as far as this game is concerned, Indian supporters will be outnumbered. There'll be a lot of noise. Dhaka is gearing up for it. There was a bit of a lathi charge as well as far as the ticket counter sales for the finals were concerned. So the theatre is gearing up. Bangladesh team is expectant. It's going to be a great atmosphere, but man for man, India obviously has been no start to it.
All right, Rasesh, thank you so much for joining us. In fact, it's not really the first time that Team India has been targeted. In 2015, when India struggled to cope up with pacer Mustafizur Rahman, a Bangladesh newspaper had published a picture of a half-shaven head of the Indian players, what we were just showing you a short while back. And there's also been an advertisement in Bangladesh that apparently went on to mock Team India.